And you talk a lot about getting men involved.
Right.
In the process. Can you share one or two ways that you think men can really continue to focus on sponsoring women?
Right. I believe we're at this moment where I talk about we need women to have courage to make this next leap, but we truly need high consciousness men. And there are wonderful high consciousness men in this room, but we have to invite them. We have to reach across and engage with them and invite them, because I see growing numbers of men, from the fathers of those ski jumping little young athletes, you know, at Sochi, who encourage those girls from a very young age to be brave and courageous and to dare, to fathers, you know, to husbands who are tremendously supportive, to now the mentors and now the sponsors. Mary Barra would not have been CEO of General Motors without key men every step of that way fighting for her to have that next job. And so there's and what I like to talk about is, you know, we've gone through decades of men sort of appreciating us and understanding now the value and the talents and the brain power and all that. But now we need to say to men, we need you in the game with us. It's not just enough to be on the sidelines cheering us on. Need you in the game with us. And I hear more and more men basically saying, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And so I would say, number one, look around for those men. And you might find them in places you don't expect. Look around for those men and reach out to them and start the conversation and ask them for their help. I'm interviewing right now incredible men in incredible places, you know, in different industries who are doing this kind of thing. And I'll give you one quick example. A very senior executive at Chevron, his name is Dave Payne. He's in charge of all offshore drilling all over the world. And he is putting young women, petroleum engineers, in charge out on those offshore rigs, often the only woman out there, backing them 1,000%. And on top of that, he told me a little story about his daughter is at Penn State, I believe, right now, and majoring in physical therapy or something like that. And he found out later that she decided to change to petroleum engineering. She didn't tell him about this, and he said, well, why didn't you tell me? Well, you're busy running Chevron, Dad. You know, I just made this decision. But she told him that when she decided to change her major, the counselor at the university said, are you sure you want to do that? You know, that's a pretty male job. And when he heard that, he got on the phone, he called up that counselor and said, what are you doing? We want more women in here. So those are just one example. There's so many ways that men at every level can raise their voices, and I would say ask them to, because there are a lot of them who will and they're ready.